All right, we're going to take a couple videos and work on writing equations of parabolas. And what you're going to notice is in these examples you're given two pieces of information about your parabola, and we're going to figure out what that means, and from that get our equation of the parabola. All right, so for example 4, we are told that the focus is 0, 0. Remember, the focus is the point that's on the inside of the parabola, and the directrix, that's the line, is y equals 2. So let's just start by kind of sketching out what this even looks like. It's always nice to have a visual on these. So the focus is 0, 0. So I know that's in the inside of the parabola. The directrix is y equals 2. So I'm going to come up here and draw that directrix in at y equals 2. Okay, so from here, what we can figure out about our parabola, the vertex is always going to be halfway between the focus and the directrix. So that tells me that the vertex is right here on the y-axis. That ordered pair is 0, 1, and the vertex is always the h and the k. Alphabetical. H comes first and then the k. So now what we need is our c value, and the c value is always the distance from V to F. So from the vertex to the focus, that is our c value. So if we go from the vertex right here to the focus, we have to go down 1. That means our c value will be negative, so it is a -1. All right, so just by drawing out the two things that they gave us, we are able to figure out that our h is equal to 0, our k is equal to 1, and our c is equal to -1. That's enough information for us to plug into our equation and simplify to get the equation of the parabola. So let's just go back and revisit. The equation of a parabola is y minus k is equal to 1 over 4c times x minus h squared. So we're going to plug in our values. Y minus k is a 1 equals 1 over 4 times -1 times x minus h is 0 squared. And then we just do a little bit of simplifying. This y minus 1 is going to stay. 1 over 4 times -1 is a -4, so it's a 1 over -4, or just a -1/4. And then x minus 0 is just x, and then we're squaring it, so we'll just go ahead and write x squared. And this is our equation of the parabola. We're going to leave it in that form. That's standard form. All right, let's try another one. So again, we like to start these out by just sketching what the parabola is going to look like based on the information they gave us. So on this one, our vertex is 0, 0. The focus is 0, -3. 1, 2, 3. So this is our, oh, that's the focus. For a second I thought that was the directrix. So let's go ahead and label our vertex and our focus. Remember, the focus is on the inside of our vertex, so that tells me that our parabola is opening down. It's going to look something like that. Let's go ahead and draw on the directrix just so we get the full picture. From the vertex, if you go 3 down to get to the focus, we're going to go 3 up and just go ahead and draw in that directrix line. So if we were to sketch our parabola, I don't even know if I sketched it on the last one, it looks something like this. This is just a sketch of it. So what do we know? We know that the vertex is 0, 0. So if your vertex is 0, 0, remember the vertex gives you the h and the k. So that's perfect. The only other thing that we need is the c value. Remember, c is going to be the distance. So c is equal to the distance from V to F. So we have to start at V at our vertex, and we have to go down to get to F, 1, 2, 3. So our c value is equal to -3. All right, so h is 0, k is 0, c is -3. And because this parabola is opening down, we are going to use the equation y minus k equals 1 over 4c parentheses x minus h squared. So we go ahead and plug in our values. Y minus, we just over here wrote out that, oh, that's not a minus. There we go. K is a 0 equals 1 over 4 times c is a negative 3. We'll simplify that in a minute, and then times x minus h, which is 0, and squared. So to simplify, we've got y minus 0. We can just go ahead and say that that's y. Now 1 over 4 times negative 3. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So we'll just say a negative 1/12. And then this x minus 0 is just x. And then we'll put the squared with the x. And that is our equation of the parabola in standard form. All right, and I'm just going to scooch back to this. Yeah, on this one, we do want to go ahead and make sure we do draw in that parabola. And we know this one from the first example is opening down because the focus is in the middle of the parabola, so it has to go down this way so that that ends up in the middle.